Hi, my name is Marileen. As a parent and a qualified coach, I've worked with parents over many years to help them discover different strategies and ways to parent their neurodiverse children and adolescents. Sometimes as parents, we are faced with overwhelming situations which we're not sure how to handle, and sometimes we really do wish that our children came with a manual that would help us and equip us. I like to think of myself as a collaborative coach where together we look at strategies that have worked before with your children and then further brainstorm ideas to enable you to connect in a way that's perhaps different to the way you've done it before. It's helpful to remember that no one size fits all. Parenting can bring out a lot of emotion in us, and sometimes trying to navigate this with someone can be helpful. Parents that I've worked with have enjoyed the practical implementation of the ideas that we've brainstormed in the sessions and then reflected on the process in the following session. Being a good enough parent instead of a perfect parent can be helpful to remember when we're parenting. An example of my coaching with parents was when I was working with a mom of 3 very busy neurodiverse children. She acknowledged that organizing and planning was a weakness for her, which resulted in her feeling overwhelmed when she had so many events to attend with her children. She regularly forgot their appointments or arrived late for them. This made her very frustrated, and she started doing a lot of shouting at her children. Her children in turn did a lot of shouting back, and they often fought over her being late or forgetting appointments. When we looked at her current system and reflected on how it was working, she was keen to brainstorm other strategies which could support her. One of the strategies we discussed was looking at having her diary on her phone. This enabled her to put dates and appointments in her online diary immediately, which assisted her when things became really busy. She was so excited to try having her diary online, where she also set her notifications to remind her 15 minutes before the event or the appointment started. We also looked at what happened when her brain went into a stress mode and the neuroscience behind it. She felt more empowered when she understood why and how she responded in a stressful situation. When looking at my own executive functioning strength and growth areas, one of my executive functioning strengths is planning and organizing. I love planning and organizing and can execute it very well. The growth areas that I realized was my task initiation and time management skills. I would leave things till the very last minute and then underestimate the time that I had available to complete the task. This made me incredibly frustrated because I had done all the planning and all the organizing. When I worked with somebody to look at strategies on how I could do things differently, one of the ways that we brainstormed was to actually set a time to start and a reminder on my phone. Then we looked at the time management part and we estimated how long do I think that this task would take me to complete. I know this was a weakness with my children because I would say to them, we are going to leave in 5 minutes, and it was actually closer to 10 minutes before we left. When we look at our growth areas, it can feel very uncomfortable. But what really motivated me and helped me was when I saw the success that I was having with the strategies that I was using.